Sleep on the sidewalk.
You're obstructing the sidewalk. See how small the sidewalk is right here? There's not a space for people to pass. You're obstructing pedestrian traffic.
They also said that we're not allowed to sleep
Yes, you're not allowed.
anywhere in the city. We're not allowed.
Anywhere but here.
But they also said that it's not allowed to sleep over in that
See
side.
any sidewalks?
But my question to you now is a different question from here.
Hi, Mom, Dad. Sorry I can't come home this weekend.
So-
this is what I gotta do.
You're saying it's not allowed to sleep over here, but
Yes.
then why there's an officer on the other side where we normally sleep at and protest and said we're not allowed to be there?
Why? Why don't you ask him?
I mean, there has to be a code that you're violating. Like, there has to be a code that we're supposed to be violating.
There is. It's disorderly conduct.
That's not disorderly conduct. I read
disorderly conduct.
Disorderly conduct states that under disorderly conduct that you're disobeying a law in an unorderly fashion, and also there has not been a code that states that sleeping on the sidewalk under Community Inc. versus Schaefer, that sleeping on the sidewalk is a form of a vigil is considered protected by the First Amendment, right, which is a federal court hearing in New York City, that if you don't take more than half of the sidewalk, which is half of the sidewalk is this, which we're only taking that,
Right.
that we're allowed to sleep on the sidewalk. So I don't know what
Bring
other...
up that code.
Oh, really?
Thank you. Do it, Mike. Go.
16 dash.
Listen, I'm just telling you what's gonna happen, alright? You're gonna lay here. I told you to move. I told you you can't lay here.
But you have to
Despite what the
But
code
also-
says.
Alright, it doesn't matter. This is
But
what's gonna
officer,
happen.
it's only...
You'll be violating civil rights.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. That's
But
then you'll be
officer,
violating
you also...
some
lay
civil
down,
rights.
you're gonna get a summons. If you still don't refuse, you're gonna get arrested.
But also at the same time...
Have a good day.
But also at the
Have a
same
good
time,
day.
you are responsible to cite the code that we're
Have a good
violating.
day. And it will on the summons.
You know, actually you have to be verbally as part of your protocol.
Bring that protocol up, Joe. Let's see that.
So why don't you know the code?
I know exactly what it is.
You know, okay, so then what code it is? I would like to
I'm
know.
not giving you a summons yet.
You're
When I
threatening
issue the summons,
to arrest by simply saying that we
I'm
can get
not
arrested.
threatening anything. I'm just giving you a warning.
But
That's a
still
threat.
a threat.
That's still a threat.
By
That's still a
simply-
threat.
You can't say
That's
it's a
threat.
warning and then you're issuing a warning without a code. In every officer in all over the city, when they actually cite a warning, they also cite the code that they're violating, which are not citing. And you're not. I mean, I asked you what the are. And you're not even. I mean, you didn't even want to respond on the question as if it's a lawful order.
Do not sleep here.
Under what code? Under what violation?
Under what code?
You can't give a code, that's the problem. You can't give a code. Why? Because it's 16-1, 2, 3? Well, let's see if I can sleep on the other side. So you were wondering about that code, right? Sorry?
Excuse me, officer.
You were wondering about that code, right? It said, in this particular court case, which is something that was in 2001, that is effective till today, to this day, which is Community Inc. versus Schaefer, it clearly states this is because of somebody that got arrested sleeping on a sidewalk, and they won the case. You got your department got sued like crazy for it. Even if sleeping outdoors on a private property constitutes a public nuisance, the city has no bias for arresting the homeless. So you can't arrest people simply by sleeping on the sidewalk.
I didn't say I was going to arrest you for sleeping
But-
on the sidewalk.
You actually did though.
You did say
You
that.
said that. That's what you said. You said that if we were to lay down, that you give us a warning, and if we don't move, we get arrested.
No, I did not say
You
that.
did say that. It was
Do you want? Can you
It's on
like?
tape.
Can you go back and play back that?
Do what you guys want to do.
No, I'm just asking.
did say
like,
that.
Go for it. Just do what
did
what
say that.
Let me
do
go
what you
find
guys
it.
wanna do.
I'm
Let's
just
find the
saying,
spot.
like,
Let me go-
don't you
let me go,
think
find
it's
it.
only fair
sure.
Do
that
what you guys want to do.
I'm just saying, don't you think it's only fair that if you're gonna arrest somebody, that you're gonna cite
I'm
proper
not-
codes
I'm not gonna-
or threaten arrest somebody because you
Do
know.
what you guys want to do. Do what you guys want to do.
Alright? Now, we also got you on tape saying that.
Okay.
No, I'm
You
not
can do what
trying.
you
I'm
wanna
not
do,
trying
and
to
I'm
be
gonna do what I wanna do.
disrespectful. But see,
Go do
I'm
what
gonna-
you want to do.
I'm
So
gonna
you
do my
say-
job. I'm gonna do my job.
by not
But-
following the
so-
law.
By not
You gonna
following
break the law?
So your job is to break the law.
When did
To
I-
violate somebody's civil
Because we're
rights.
Civil
asking, I
liberties.
mean, we are asking
Our
you
First Amendment
kindly,
rights.
like what code that we're violating, and you can't even.
You're not violating anything right now.
Okay,
I'm saying if you do violate something, you will be summoned.
but what would that violation be?
I don't know, do something. And do something that violates a code, a law, and
Okay. So,
I only enforce the law.
but what is
so
that law that you're
When you,
enforcing?
I'm not
that
enforcing
prevents us.
anything.
Because
Yeah, but you made a
did-
threat of
but you,
enforcing
you,
a law.
but you said that you're enforcing a law that prevents us sleeping under the awning.
If
So,
you guys violate a law, I will have to do my job.
what is that code?
Okay?
So we can look it up, and then we can forward that to National Lawyers Guild and LCAU and see what those codes are, so we can look it up.
Okay. So when you violate a code, then I will tell you what code you're violating.
But you also you said that by sleeping on the sidewalk and under this awning, there is a code that's being violated. But then you
didn't
also
recite the code.
stated that, and you won't even recite that code. And you only said it was a disorderly conduct. You want me to read you disorderly
You do
conduct?
this all night.
I'm not being sarcastic. This is somebody who come from who studied law in school and went to college for civil rights studies. And I just don't understand that you're saying that there is a code that's violating us for sleep here. But then if we sleep over there, it's okay. But when we sleep, there's like selective enforcements of the law. So where is your provision of your?
Why can't we
selective
sleep over there but we
enforcement?
can't sleep over here?
I'm just curious. Like
Why
I
can't
don't.
we
I
sleep
mean,
over across the street but we can't sleep on this side
don't
of the
you
street?
think it's only fair to like answer that question so we can actually like comprehend why certain laws are being enforced and certain laws are not being enforced in certain areas?
I'm not enforcing anything right now.
But you
made
did.
a threat.
But you made you made a statement that you said if we were to sleep there, we can get summons, and then if we don't move, we can get arrested. So that is technically declaring that there is a law that's being violated. So we're asking you what those codes are. And I'm pretty sure disorderly conduct doesn't work because we've had people that have been arrested with disorderly conduct, and it fell after the court case when we actually took it to court. And in fact, the first precinct, which is Papa Michael's, never even showed up to court to actually show up and make a statement because she knows she was violating a code that does not comprehend what she was trying to achieve. Because disorderly conduct would require disturbance of nuisance, and we're not disturbing anything if you're sleeping. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just trying to understand where you're coming from.
That's the only reason why they would be protected.
But anywhere else in the city we can sleep, but not in this one. I guess I'm confused or perplexed what the communication between this
Why can't we sleep on the other side?
and the other side, because they said
What's
that
so
officer
different about
that you
the other
can't
side?
sleep in that side. So if you're saying it's only this we can't sleep on, how come we can't sleep on the other side where we're normally been protesting at? Like is there
Why
some,
can't you sleep there?
because they said that that's also not a place where we can sleep at. So, and they said, that's what I'm saying, like, I just don't understand, like, what miscommunication there are. Like, if there is, like, code that we're violating, because if there is, it would be nice to know, because we have been in compliance. I feel like we have been in compliance, and anytime somebody asks us to move and power wash, we have moved. We have not had anybody who's been arrested for refusing to move. You know, we have been very civilized on how we deal with the matter, but I feel like if there is a code that's being violated to prevent any friction between you and ourselves, it would be
Right now
nice to
you're not
know.
violating anything.
Okay.
So you can have a seat.
But yeah, but that's the thing, it's like, but you stated that there is one. And we would like to know what that is, because we don't want to take the chances, because then that's entrapment. You know, it's like.
Well, you're saying that there's no law.
But then you said also there is one, so we would like to verify if there is one, because then we can forward it to the lawyers.
I just want pedestrians to be able to flow freely.
Okay.
That's all.
So what would be okay? So a reasonable, what constitute a better flow of traffic? Like, would we not take like if there's only 3 of us? There's only going to be 3 of us. Like, would we have to be all the way in here?
Like close to the wall?
I don't know. Wait, weren't you guys here before?
Yeah.
We were here before, but like we were sleeping there. But this morning they said they're 50%. So I don't know. I mean, that's a different story. I don't know why they took 50%. But so my understanding is it just you want us to be a little bit more in, like is it just because that one's a little bit narrower and we should be a little bit more somewhere that's a little bit more wider? Or?
What's that supposed to mean? What you do with it?
Well, we'll try. We'll find an our area.
Testing 1, 2.